Hey y'all, welcome to Pussy and Pilates, a virtual community and digital safe space centered around health, wellness, and mindfulness. I am Bridget of Slam Dunk and Wellness. My pronouns are she, they, and I'm excited to have you here. In each episode, I'll share helpful tips on how to reclaim your pussy's pleasure, one breath at a time, and of course, doing some Pilates. The first episode is all about treating yourself. I'm sharing only treats with you, no tricks, on how to invest in yourself by tapping into your 5 senses. But before we get into that, I'm going to share a little bit about the Pussy and Pilates origin story. Remember the Panini Press of 2020, the global panoramic, the Rona, whatever you called it? We were all in our homes, scared as hell, overly caffeinated, drunk, and underemployed. Underemployment did a lot of the heavy lifting, and I had too much time on my hands to think. So I thought I should start an OnlyFans. I chickened out and started an Instagram page instead. The Instagram page initially focused on the kinky queer aspects of my experiences and observations as a personal trainer and Pilates instructor from 2015 to 2020. Fast forward 3 years later, I am out and proud, have my own studio space, 2 beautiful cats named Lola and Porkchop Jr., and Pussy and Pilates has evolved into more than just an Instagram meme page. Pussy and Pilates is a Black and queer hosted podcast, virtual community, and digital safe space centered around health, wellness, and mindfulness. Without further ado, happy Halloween, and let's get into episode 1. What is pleasure? Pleasure growing up was a no-no. It was something you shouldn't have. It was an indulgent. It was not a necessity. It was not a need. It was something that was bad. It was something that was really, really bad. It was something that wasn't spoken about, but also one of the things I learned growing up was I was literally told that life was it's not happy. Life is not sunshine and rainbows. And so we learn that growing up, and then we try to find it when we get older, but we feel shame because we literally have been told that life is not supposed to be happy. We are not supposed to be pleased. We are not supposed to have sunshine and rainbows. When sometimes when you actually get to adulthood, you realize that actually I could have motherfucking sunshine and rainbows every fucking day if I wanted to. It's a choice when you think about it. And for me, growing up very Southern, I'm from Georgia, born in Atlanta, very Christian. It was very taboo. You weren't supposed to touch yourself. You weren't supposed to wear things that made you feel good. So for me in church, I was not allowed to wear pants. I couldn't wear my hair down. I couldn't do a lot of things. I just felt very stifled, very stuck. But you get to watch all the little boys running around and be like, yeah, doing all the fun shit. And you're sitting there like legs crossed, chilling next to your mama, not doing nothing. Me chilling next to my mama, not doing nothing. And I felt very closed off, very shuttered, very disconnected from my body. And then growing up, I was a dancer. I got my degree in dance. I was a professional dancer for a few years, but when I moved to New York, so one of the biggest things was my mom never let me do majorette. So as down south, we have the majorette dancing for the band. My mom never wanted me to do it. She said it was too sexy. It wouldn't look good. It was too fast. And I felt some type of way because I really wanted to do it. That was going to really be that I would have been pleased because something I've always wanted to do. But my mom always denied me things that pleased me. So it was a little disheartening. It made me learn how to disregard my own self because of the way I was raised, or because that my mom didn't let me go to the parties and my mom didn't let me go hang out with my friends. I was very under her thumb, very sheltered. To the point I had to leave my phone on my mom's nightstand until my senior year of high school. I was not allowed my phone after I got in the house. So 6 o'clock, I ain't have my phone. I couldn't do anything. My mom checked text messages and all that jazz. So I literally didn't know what pleasure meant. One of the biggest things was literally me coming out. One of the main reasons why I never wanted to come out or live my life to the fullest was because I cared about other people's thoughts. at the end of the day, I truly was never happy. I was never happy. And that really fucked with my mind and body connection. Because developing that, you learn to enjoy life more. You find the pleasure in life. You find the fullness in life. And I'm a very big, huge advocate for feeling strong, sexy, and free and do whatever the fuck you want. So fast forward to me being 34. I came out 4 years ago. And prior to that, I was dating men and occasionally swiping over on Hinge, OkCupid or Tinder, swiping over into the woman's side. Just like, let's see. But I finally really accepted it when I was 27, but I feel like I finally came out and was fully like, hey, I'm here. I'm queer at 30. And that was a really big defining moment for me because that's when I felt actually the most happiest. I cried a lot, but I felt a lot. Cried a lot. But I felt the happiest. I felt the happiest because I felt like I was living my truest self. I felt like I was reclaiming my 7-year-old self who was rambunctious, playing football with the boys, wearing bomber jackets and baggy jeans and t-shirts. Hence why I kind of dress like that now. But I felt like I was reclaiming my things that make me happy. So even just working in fitness, growing up, my mom didn't let me do a lot of sports. She always put me in dance and music. And yeah, I love the arts. I love being dance. I'm not talking down about it. I love being a dancer. I love having to go to school for dance, and I love having an art-based background. But I also love sports the same. So my mom didn't let me play basketball. My mom was like, you can only do track and tennis or volleyball, things that were a little bit more feminine aesthetic or more had an aesthetic towards femininity. My mom didn't let me do basketball. My mom said I couldn't go play football with the boys in the neighborhood anymore when I was like 12 or 13. So I really felt like being pleased or having contentment in your life I was never going to find it. I felt very repressed. But now, as we said earlier, fast forward 3 years later, I'm so happy now. I'm working on a lot of people pleasing shit. I know that's really hard. I've noticed when you're unlearning people pleasing and perfectionism, you're going to step on some toes. You're going to make some people feel fucking weird. And hey, here's my sorry. But I have to figure this shit out because I'm so tired of feeling just icky within myself. I'm so tired of just acquiescing and just not standing up for what the fuck I want and what the fuck I need. And even now, like, I'm really fucking nervous. And I really have to realize, like, nothing's going to harm me when I'm happy. Like, nothing can take my happiness away except for myself. So let's talk about investing in yourself via your 5 senses. You got 5 senses. Sometimes we may not have all 5 senses, and that's okay. Either you could be blind, you could be deaf, but work with what you have and do with what you have. Not saying that you need to go buy. I hate the consumeristic and capitalistic aspects of things. You don't need to go out and buy all the fancy stuff. And no, work with what you have now, and then you get more later. Let's look around the room. What can make your room more comfortable? It could be a cute little blanket. It could be putting up a hue light. It could be putting up your favorite print on the wall. It could be doing a DIY project. 'Cause I'm definitely a Bob the Builder gay, and I love a DIY project. So I'm always going to do that. It could be getting a new rug. It could be getting a new shower curtain. Something simple. It could be getting a new plant. Just something to visually enhance your space, because that truly, truly, truly matters. Even if it's just making your bed in the morning. Sometimes just even having not making your bed can make it, what is it? Your environment. If your environment is dirty, for me, the way I was taught is if your environment is dirty, your mind will reflect the same. So cleaning up, even if you're just cleaning up, you don't even have to go buy anything. Just clean your house. Clean your bathroom. Do also know that depression be kicking people's asses. So if you can't clean your house, I'm not judging you. Literally just something as resetting your room, resetting your living room, cleaning your house, sweeping your floors can just change the energy in your house. Now, feeling. I love a nice little silky lingerie or a good robe. A comfy robe is great. But you don't have to go by that either. Feeling, you can get a workout in. You can do some breath work. There's YouTube University is great. You can learn a lot on there. TikTok as well. You can do some breath work. You can do some push-ups. You can just lay on the floor. There's so many options of things. You can give yourself a foot massage, a self massage. You can wear your favorite sweatshirt, your favorite do-rag. You can soak in your tub or stand in the shower. There's so many options to just do that. Now, hearing. I'm someone who's obsessed with music and I love playlists. What helps me actually calm down is curating certain playlists. I have a playlist for literally everything. I have a playlist for smoking. I have a playlist for reading. I have a playlist for taking a shower, teaching class, or just doing just work and tasks around the house. Or just calling a friend, phone a friend, call somebody. See what they doing. See if they can get a chat with you. That will also uplift your spirits. Listening to the podcast you like, listening to audiobooks. Sometimes that can always just help you recalibrate. And then smelling. Who doesn't love a cute scent? I'm obsessed with anything that smells like tonka bean, vanilla, tobacco, musk, oud. Like, I just love those scents because personally, my personality trait is smelling good. And I don't care what anyone says, but smelling good is my personality trait. I'm obsessed with smelling good. So even just burning some incense, you can go to the bodega and get you some incense. You can get you a cute little candle from the Dwayne Reed. It ain't got to be that expensive. And also TJ Maxx got $5 candles for you. That mahogany teak wood be hitting. Breathing is connected to your smell, your olfactory nerves, which also enhances your experience of eating food. So breathing. So when you're feeling really, really tense, your diaphragm and your pelvic floor work like one. One is an over bowl and one is an under bowl. One is convex, one is concave. It makes a full circle. So when you're connecting to your breath, when you're connecting to your body, you're automatically connecting to your pussy. So if you can breathe right, you can orgasm right. If you can breathe right, you can shit right. If you can breathe right, you can work out better. If you can breathe right, you won't have as many panic attacks. If you breathe right, you can actually get yourself out of a funk. And then lastly, let's do taste. You can do some gummies to relax for you, the special gummies, the CBD, the THC, whichever gummies you want. But also making a good meal, but also if you can't cook, you can order yourself a good meal. Those are all great options to show pleasure to yourself. This is what this is. It's reclaiming your shit, taking time for yourself and healing yourself from your mind down to your feet. Before I go, I want to lead you in a quick breathing exercise. I do this exercise with some of my private clients. I do this exercise sometimes when I'm just feeling extremely overwhelmed. So it's called square breathing. We're going to inhale for 4, hold for 4, and then release for 4. So all that means is inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, big exhale, 2, 3, 4. 4 more times. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, and hold, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 2, 3, 4. 2 more times. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 2, 3, 4. Last time. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Big, big, big. Let it go, let it go, let it go. I would love to keep in touch. Follow me on Instagram at PussyandPilates, PXSSY, and Pilates, PILATES. Find me at my personal page at Slam Dunkin' Wellness. And if you have a Pussy and Pilates related episode that you want to hear or have me a topic that you would like for me to talk about, send any emails to info@slamdunkinwellness.com. I'm excited to have you here. I'm excited to see this grow. Pussy and Pilates is all about reclaiming your pleasure one breath at a time because you deserve to feel strong, sexy, and free. Bye, y'all.